Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Everymans Wrestling Podcast. Um, my name is Stephen Daly, and I'm joined along with Simon Campbell. Sorry about that. There's a bit of a delay in the sound there. My apologies, guys. Um, yeah, again, welcome to Everymans Wrestling Podcast. My name is Stephen Daly. I am joined along with Simon Campbell and Brandon McLaren. Say hello, boys.
All right, everybody.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
So, everyone, we are 4th of July, 4th of the 7th, 2026. We are live on YouTube. We are going to be live on Spotify because I just pressed the button on my phone so I can record it because I keep forgetting every time. But here we go. We are ready. We're live. We're ready to go. We have one hell of a packed show for you. We have been posting absolute shiitake mushrooms out of this thing the whole last week. And this stuff is going to keep on happening. When we keep moving, we're going to keep rolling. We're going to post. So you're going to get bored of us, but we're trying to get our name out there. Tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, first off, we're going to talk about TNA, Total Non-Stop Action Slammiversary, their second biggest show of the year. And the second show we will be talking about is another big one from WWE World Wrestling Entertainment, and it is the Night of Champions. The first show we will talk about is TNA, Total Non-Stop Action Wrestling Slammiversary. And gentlemen, I'll start. And into the show, really good, like from the get go. But they came about with an emotional thing, and unfortunately, one of the guys who worked for TNA and was a wrestling talent died. Uh, so they had the 10 bell salute, very emotional. Um, Unfortunately, this gentleman died. Top of my head because I'm a scatterbrain. I can't remember his bloody name. If you guys know it, then that's fine. If not, we'll just move on. But the start of the show was quite emotional. It was quite cool that they said that one of their former comrades passed away. But the first show of the main card, first match of the main card, was, in my opinion, the most exciting match of the evening. And it was for Cedric Alexander's X Division title. If people don't know what the X Division is, it's it's not about weight limits. It's not about how big you are, or small you are. It's about how innovative you are within the ring, what you can bring. And the X Division was built on one match, and this one match is Ultimate X. And Ultimate X is basically onto the top of the ring. They put four steel trusses, so throw four steel beams on each side of the ring. They used to do it on the six-sided ring as well, but now it's just a four. And then in the middle, they put four wire cables crossed. And in the very center, they put the championship belt. So this match was consisted of seven guys. And as I said, it was the champion, Cedric Alexander. And he was against Leon Slater, Frankie Kazarian, Mr. Elegance, Fabian Eichner, Casey Navarro, and Amazing Red, who was coming back for his first match within 15 years. Amazing Red quickly was a bit of a pioneer for the X Division. One hell of a high flyer, one hell of an athlete. And this match, from word go, I'm going to steal a line from the great JR. This was a slobber knocker. They went at it, just straight at it, and there was back and forth between everybody. Everybody's getting their shiitake mushrooms in. As you can tell, I'm trying my best not to swear. YouTube, family friendly. And yeah, this match was. Don't do the 6-7. This this match was incredible from start to finish. None of them missed a beat. None of them missed any of their spots. They could tell they were all very happy with what they were doing. The crowd were loving it. The commentators were loving it. The two oldest guys, Kaz, Frankie Kazarian, and Amazing Red, were phenomenal to steal a little bit from AJ Styles. Amazing Red didn't miss a beat, even though he hadn't been in the professional ring for 15 years. Wow, what a show! They had so many high spots, and just a little spoiler alert: if you haven't watched the show, and if the guys had it in their topics, they're all scaling the top of the cables, or they all fall down quite a few times. Dramatic spots, and then there's two guys at the top, and they're going for it. I think it was Casey Navarro and Cedric. No, not Cedric. It was Casey Navarro and Frankie Kazarian, and they were fighting for the title. They dropped it. Cedric Alexander sneaks into the ring, grabs the title, retains his championship. One hell of a match, gentlemen. Sai, let's go to you first. What were your thoughts on the X Division title match?
I mean, to be honest, the best match of the night to start off with. I'm not gonna lie, a lot of high flying. A lot. A lot of the superstars also did a lot of AJ Styles' moves. In respect to the phenomenal one. I mean, this is the first time I've watched TNA in about maybe 5 years.
Mhm.
And I actually regret not watching it in 5 years because TNA is non-stop flyers, high risk moves. It's not like the WWE sort of style. But yeah, getting back onto the match. Sorry, I got a wee bit carried away there. Yeah. So the match for me, yeah, absolutely brilliant. Frankie Kazarian, one of the all-time favorites for me personally. Same again with the Amazing Red. I mean, I love the bit at the end where he goes, where Frankie goes from one OG to the other OG, and then he says to Amazing Red, "Look at a Tron," and that's when Amazing Red gets inducted into the Hall of Fame. Brilliant moment. I mean, I don't think there was a dry eye of respect in that arena. I don't think.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and even the commentary team, like they addressed it and they were saying like, "Wow, like this is really cool." I thought it was a great moment. Sorry to cut you off, Simon, but yeah, everybody was like, "This is a big thing," you know.
But yeah, for me, even Leon Slater, man, he from the UK, brilliant athlete. Mr. Elegance, not a fan of, to be honest.
First of all, sorry, can I say what a stupid name that is?
I know, right?
But yeah, okay, like he can take it. He's built like a brick shiitake mushroom house.
Yeah.
And wow, what a physique, but change that guy's name. He's never gonna get over with that name.
No, he's not.
Yeah, Simon, thank you very much for your comments. Brandon, what did you think about this title match?
The minute I heard that the teaser for Amazing Red was coming back, I was like, this match is going to be absolutely amazing. This was an opening match, and like what they say in the business, if you're highly respected to go on first and you're highly respected to go on last, but to go on first, you've got to raise the bar for the rest of that night. And all these guys in this match, they tore the goddamn house down. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but you say Ultimate X to me, I throw back to the OGs, the Frankie Kazarians, AJ Styles, Samoa Joes, Amazing Reds, More City Machine Guns. Them guys there, they made what Ultimate X was. Disappointing that Amazing Red never got the W though. I think it would be really fitting for Amazing Red to get the W.
Yeah.
But Ultimate X, high flying, daredevil stuff. They need to do more Ultimate X matches, but Mr. Elegance, like what a dude, what a name. I'm sorry, but
It's
he would
it's
he would
Yeah.
never make it in the WWE. I'm sorry, but can you just imagine in the commentator team, like if he won, like, and the winner, Mr. Elegance. Like, there's no pop, there's no pizzazz,
Yeah.
there's nothing. Like,
It's not exactly Mr. Kennedy. It's
yeah, there's
Mr.
no pizzazz with it. But it was a chaotic ending to the match, though. Like, all Mex High Fly, it was so. Words can't fathom how chaotic this match was. But like was saying, it was such a heartfelt moment for Amazing Red to be inducted to the TNA Hall of Fame. It was a shame he went away for 15 years when he was first in TNA. What an athlete. But yeah, Alexander got the W, and he is pushing the X division further and further and further, more higher heights. So yeah, if I want to rate the match, man, for an opening match, 9.5 out of 10, man.
Oh yeah, side. What about your rating? Sorry, I forgot to ask.
for me, for me, because for the start of the night, it was an easy 10 out of 10 for me. Because it was like Brandon said, it was the best way to start off.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna give it I'm also gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. What a match. Ultimate X is always brilliant. And a quick shout out to Fabian Eigner. His first Ultimate X, a bigger guy than the traditional X Division guys. Well, except for kind of Samoa Joe, who kind of broke the mold. But yeah, what a performance on his first Ultimate X. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to go back, TNA Plus or YouTube, just type in TNA Ultimate X. You won't be disappointed. All these matches are amazing. So we'll move on to our next match, which was for me a little bit disappointing. This was kind of like the filler, in my opinion. And we had AJ Francis against Elijah. AJ Francis, former NXT and SmackDown superstar of WWE, known as Top Dollar. And he came out with his hype man, the experience, was it his name was, or the situation, or whatever his name was. I think it was the
it
experience.
might be the situation, I think.
The situation, right? So yeah, okay, right. Yeah, so the situation, and he gave him a big fluff, kind of this guy's Mr. Slammiversary,
Yeah.
blah 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 blah. Yeah, okay, yeah, all right. Top Dollars, he's a big guy, but this guy can't work. Jeez, I mean, Side Dog, me, you, Brandon, we could work better than this guy, and we're not professional athletes.
Oh, 100%.
And basically, Elijah, formerly Elias of WWE, danced him around the room, and it was for his intellectual property. Elijah's, because he's a music artist, legitimate music artist, outside of TNA wrestling and WWE. Good match, but to be fair, yeah, Elijah kind of he kept him well, and it harkens back to kind of one that I've mentioned before between William Regal and Goldberg. When Goldberg was having his big streak, he was meant to be kind of
Yeah.
given the push. I'm not saying AJ Francis is getting a push because he's not. He's nowhere near. He is very mid, but Elijah, Elias, whatever you want to call him, he really showed him how to wrestle, and he danced him around that ring. They say you have a good dance partner within within the business. You you look after your other combatant. You make each other look good. I think Elijah did his best to make AJ look good, but Elijah got the dub. I've got to give this. Out of 10, I'm going to give this a generous 3.
Okay.
And let's switch it up a little bit. Brandon, why don't you go this time?
The whole story, it's been a heavy storyline driven match. The whole build up to this match has been quite good. AJ Francis, just why? Just not even like why is this guy in the business? He's terrible in my opinion. Elijah, on the other hand, he is a performer. He is a brilliant athlete. Like, he fought that whole match with desperation. He's fighting for his livelihood here. Like, if this man lost, obviously he did not lose, spoiler alert. But if he lost, he
Well, I've
lost
already said
not just,
it.
I know, he lost
Sorry,
his whole
sorry.
livelihood. Which, you know, I mean, he fought desperate, but the emotional finish, he gets to keep his identity and all his music rights. But TNA is coming up with these gimmick matches, and it's kind of a throwback to the old WWE, WWF. And even maybe some of these better in here kind of remind me of the old WCW days, to be honest, as well. Some of the names of the characters.
It was very reminiscent to me of Doink the Clown.
Oh,
Yes.
Remember Doink the Clown
Oh,
and
man.
Simon's favourite, James Ellsworth?
get knotted.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
But what I mean by that is it's very filler.
Yeah.
But I don't mean disrespect to these guys. I really don't. But they're so mid, it's funny. It's kind of like your Sunday league team going up against your Premier League team. You know what I mean? Is yeah. Sorry, Brandon. Please continue.
I think, in all honesty, I yawned through most of the match, but Elijah, like his back, his poor back, man, it must be killing him. Going to give it a 2.5 out of 10, to be real honest. It's a shame. They should push Elijah more. They should push him maybe potentially into the main event.
Yeah.
But yeah, TNA, if you're watching, man, pull the trigger on this, man.
Yeah. Just to jump on that point. Sorry, before we move on to you, Simon. To be honest, I think Elias, whatever you want to call him, when he was in WWE, and certainly now that he's in TNA, they should be bringing him up. He's not a mid carder. He's really not. Simon, your thoughts on that one, please.
I'm going to say something before I get into it, but I'm going to say, who wants to walk with Elijah?
Very good. Very good.
Anyway, yeah.
5.
Yeah, give that. We'll give that. No. I'll be generous. I give him a 7 out of 10 for that one. That was pretty
good. To be honest, most disappointing match of the night for me. I basically lost interest in it. I mean, Elijah, brilliant athlete, should be pushed to the main roster. I mean, when he was with the WWE at the time, he got a massive push, and then all of a sudden WWE just went, nah, we basically don't want you. And now that he's gone to TNA, like you said, to get back his rights, yeah, an appalling match for me. Both really good athletes. Elijah should be pushed massively. If I had to rate it, I'm sorry, I'm giving it 1.5, maybe 2.
Oh, a 1.
Wow.
It's that. I'm sorry. It was the worst match for me personally.
Yeah. Just before we move on to our next match, do we think that Joe Hendry, who is now within WWE, fellow Scotsman for me and Brandon, pretty much for Simon because he's lived in Scotland for most of his life. But do we think Joe Hendry is what the potential for Elias could have been, as they have kind of like the singer, the entertainer gimmick? Do we think that Elijah was a misstep by WWE, and maybe not now with TNA, but I think that's where the spot that Joe Henry's in now. So like he's getting very big marquee matches and he's in big marquee feuds. Should that have what Elijah / Elias should have been, gents?
Yeah,
I think so.
I think they should have pushed Elijah like they are with Joe Hendry.
Hmm.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. No, but sorry, guys.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was the sing along for the evening, or
But-
afternoon or morning, wherever you're watching this.
but,
Mr. Campbell, nicely given his dulcet tones.
but yeah, 100%. I think WWE have massively messed up with Elias when he was with WWE.
Hmm.
So
Brandon, sorry,
Mm.
you had a point there.
Never say never, though, gentlemen. Never say never in the world of professional wrestling.
Mhm.
As how many times have been drum crossovers from TNA to WWE and vice versa. This could be a mega setup in the future. Elias, Elijah, whatever you want to call him, Joe Hendry, two top good athletes and good singers, in my opinion,
Mhm.
that could clash. It could be maybe a potential spoiler for a Survivor Series pay-per-view down the line of PLE. Do what they did with the whole NXT invading SmackDown. They might do it with
That'd be
TNA. It
cool.
might be something interesting.
Yeah, that could be very cool.
And if I predicted that, do not message me for the lottery numbers because I'm not that good at predicting numbers.
to be honest, I did see something online about TNA maybe doing like an invasion with the WWE or something like that. I could be wrong, but I did see something online about it. But whether it happens or not, I don't know.
I don't see that with it being without the realms of possibility because TNA and WWE now have a very good relationship together, which I think is brilliant. And I wish AEW would bring it in together. If the three companies could have a fantastic relationship together, I mean, they're the three biggest companies in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
If they brung it together like back in the old days when it was the territory days, I think it would be great for wrestling first of all, but it'd be great for all the fans. And let's be honest, the fans are the most things that are most important.
Oh, the dream matches would be unreal. We could sit and speak about
Oh yeah,
dream matches, but let's not. Let's not.
gentlemen, we've already we've also already been 27 minutes. This is going to be a very long episode. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still going to be here at the end of the episode, thank you very much and congratulations. Your Guinness World Record medal is in the post. Let's go
Made of
into
chocolate.
yep, maybe Swiss chocolate or Belgian chocolate. But, no, we're not sending anybody any chocolate medals. So next match, Mustafa Ali, for his international championship, and he was against Rich Swann and Uaya Nation, and Uaya Nation was the former Apollo Crews of WWE. Rich Swann was also in AEW. At one point, Mustafa Ali, you might know, was in WWE and was heavily pushed within WWE. And I think it's right that he's a champion because he's one hell of a talent. And great promos, fantastic heel. Um, just for you again, ladies and gentlemen, if this is your first time listening to us, a heel is a bad guy, a face is a good guy. So, in my opinion, Mustafa Ali, one hell of a great heel.
Yeah.
Once again, a big missed opportunity by WWE. They should have kept him. And maybe UA Nation, who the former Apollo Crews. This match between the three of them was a good three-way dance. They all got stuff in. They all got the crowd going. They all kind of worked well collectively.
Yeah.
And just quickly, Mustafa Ali retain. Great match. Great match. Solid 8 out of 10. Solid 8 out of 10. Si, what do you think? What did you think about that one?
I mean, to be honest, see when Wuhan Nation came out, I was like, I recognized him, but I just couldn't put my finger on who.
I saw in your face when I said Apollo Crews. You were like, "Oh,"
And I was like, he looks very familiar. And then as soon as you said Apollo Crews, I was like, that's who it was. Yeah, good match. For me, same as the AJ Francis Elijah. Not the best. Good dance, a 3-way dance. They did. The chemistry in between all three of them were brilliant. Hit all the spots perfectly in time. Mustafa Ali, brilliant heel. Brilliant champion holder. I've only watched like a handful of his matches, not an awful lot. But yeah, I think that match for me was a good 3-way dance for me. If I had to rate it, I would probably say maybe a 5.5, maybe.
oh, quite low. All right, fair enough. Brandon, what were your thoughts on that one?
I thought the match was very, very good, and it was very good that the one and only Santino Marella turned it into a triple threat match.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but there is a common theme with TNA here, gentlemen. A lot of ex WWE guys here. Just to quote a bit from MJF here, all these ex WWE guys are coming in. They're getting treated so much better. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but Mustafa Ali, when he was in WWE, when he was in that group, I can't remember what the group was called, doesn't actually matter because they didn't last that long anyway. It was during COVID. But
Yeah.
Mustafa Ali was, ball was dropped with WWE, and his time in TNA Impact, whatever you want to call it, absolutely brilliant. But when I noticed it was Apollo Crews, I was like, oh, this is going to be something interesting. He is a hell of an athlete. But again, it was a fast-paced match. Plenty of near opportunities for the wins from all the combatants involved. But again, the snaky Mustafa Ali again walks away with the W and the title.
Mhm.
I think maybe by the end of the year, Ali will be in the world title picture. I think he should be there.
Yeah,
I give the
absolutely.
match, I'm going to say a 6.5 out of 10.
Cool. So the next match was it was a throw of the towel match. So between the two combatants, they had two managers. Moose having the former Fandango. I don't know if he's still called Fandango in TNA, is he?
No, I think it's JC or something like that.
Right, still Fandango, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And on the other side was Eddie Edwards with his wife Alicia, and basically the two combatants, Moose and Eddie Edwards, had to beat each other so much that one of them would throw in the towel on their manager's side. Great heat, great build up between the two of them. I've been watching it for a number of weeks, and really good promos between the two of them to set it up. That's the thing with promos; it's really getting the asses in seats. Sorry, the butts in seats, and that's what you got to do with a good promo. You've got to be channeling your inner Paul Heyman, your inner CM Punk, your inner
Yeah.
MGF, your Mr. Kennedys, your John Cena's. The list goes on and on and on. But these guys, to steal a line from Simon, that they back it up what they say in the ring. What they say, they back it up with. Um, with Eddie Edwards, for example, going back to um, his very start in TNA as a tag team wrestler, to see him now being pushed to the world title. He's been in the world title picture for about 5 years now, but he's been holding up TNA for the last 5 or 6 years, and I think it's great to see Moose, former NFL player, showing his power, showing his size, the change of styles between the two of them. They really got their stuff in. Big hits between the two of them. I thought at one point they were going to kill each other. Like I know it's kayfabe. I know it's not real. Obviously, I'm not stupid. I'm a 35-year-old man, but the chemistry these guys had together and the match that they put together. They say I remember it was Ric Flair. The great Ric Flair said that you don't always have you don't woo you don't always you don't always have to speak to sell a match. You can always you can tell the story within the squared circle, and I really think these guys really did that. And yeah, great match. I'll give it a a solid. I'm gonna give it a 9. And Moose took the dub, and I think it's good. I want to see Moose back at the top of TNA because I think he deserves it. And one point AEW or WWE, if you get this guy, one hell of a talent.
Yeah.
Brandon, what were your thoughts?
Wow. Just wow. This was a full out violent brawl. Like, god damn, this was just wow. Talk about throwing it back to maybe the old ECW days, but that was, aka from Jer, a slobber knocker of a brawl. Maybe we'll call it a fight. It was a brawl. Moose, I'm going to say Moose is TNA's Obafemi.
Oh, 100%.
Rematch maybe down the line there. But like what Steve was saying about Eddie Edwards when he first came, tag team specialist in the Wolves, to see him go to what he is now, what he's putting the work. He's putting the work to get to this top position. Moose as well. Moose is a hell of an athlete. Eddie Edwards is a hell of an athlete. Lots of weapons, lots of violence, but Moose dominated with his strength, his physique, his muscles to earn that W. You might be surprised when I say this, but I'm going to give this match a solid 10 out of 10. It was just, I was gobsmacked. I was speechless the whole way through. I just, wow, 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see more Moose and Eddie Edwards. I want to see more brawls, more fights. Maybe the next one is a last man standing match. Who knows? Yep. 10 out of 10.
That could be very cool. So, what were your thoughts?
Brilliant match. Eddie Edwards has always been one of my favourites. When he was in the tag team with the Wolves, Moose, yeah, TNA's Obafemi shows his power, but he's also quite athletic as well. Like a lot of his moves that he does. I mean, the only thing that I didn't quite like that match was when Eddie Edwards put his hands on Moose's wife and kid. That I wasn't a big massive fan of. And then obviously when Moose was zip tied to the ropes, next minute, you just saw him get absolutely outraged, and next minute it just went to a bang and ripped off the zip ties. And I'm like, wow, he is strong.
Yeah.
Brilliant match. I'm gonna say same as Brandon, 10 out of 10. I think for me.
Cool. I'm very conscious for time, and I know we have another pay-per-view to talk about as well, gents. So I think we just do a 2-minute segment each person. Talking,
definitely. Yeah.
I'm going to be very, very, very fast, and I'm going to say Zaya Brooks and Lee for the Knockouts Women's Championship. What a match! These women are phenomenal. To steal again from AJ, wow, they kicked the bejesus out of each other, and Zaya Brooks defeated Lei Ying Lee for the title, and well deserved. And the match and the crowd loved this. Brandon, let's kick it to you.
Absolutely astounding match. It was even better when they exposed the turnbuckle later on in the contest. To get the lifting DDT for Zan Brookside to win the Knockouts title, like, wow, what a match. I'm going to give it, in my honest opinion, I want to see more from these two leaders. I want to see more. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10, personally. Simon, I'll kick it to you, my boy.
Yeah, I'm going to say phenomenal match. I'm going to steal a word off of AJ Styles here.
Oh, man, we're stealing from
Absolutely phenomenal
Mr.
match.
TNA.
Yeah, a lot of heavy hitting, a lot of violence in it. I wasn't expecting Brookside to win it, to be honest, but yeah, I would say 7.5, 8 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
I think Steve's doing something, but I think. Oh, no, he's not. He's
back.
Houdini in disguise, ladies and gentlemen. Houdini has back arrived on the scene.
I'm back. Sorry.
Was first.
I forgot to say my rate, didn't I?
I think you forgot. Aye.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonna give it a good 8 out of 10.
Mm.
And I'd love to see more of these two together. I really would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next one. And we have the Broken Hardys, Matt and Jeff, against the System. And the Righteous and the Great Hands in a ladder match to become the new TNA Tag Team Champs. Whoa. God, do the Hardys know how to do a goddamn ladder match. This brought me so many memories back from Edge, Christian, Dudley's, Hardys.
Yeah.
And Matt and Jeff bringing in the broken brilliance and really making these other couple of teams look really strong. This was phenomenal. Again, I keep going back to AJ Styles. Might even tag him in this video. The amount of times we've said him.
Mr. TNA is Mr. TNA for a reason.
But my goodness, they really knocked the absolute bejesus out of each other. There was, wow, yeah. Again, I'm gonna give this a freaking big mark of a 10 out of 10, gents.
Oh, yeah.
Let's change it up this time. Let's go for Sai. Excuse me, Sai, what did you think of that one?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I'm going to keep
it.
it short and sweet. Hardy Boys, my all-time favorite tag team in professional wrestling.
Sorry, I'm just going to for 2 seconds. Sorry.
I ended up getting through half of the match, and then I had some technical difficulties with the app and everything, so I missed bits of the actual match. But the bits that I watched, especially when Jeff Hardy jumped off that ladder that was covered in barbed wire, flat roses. The Hardys know how to put, pardon my shiitake mushrooms in seats. Yeah, I'm gonna say same as Steven, 10 out of 10. One of the all-time goats in professional wrestling, the Hardys.
Yep. So, Brandon?
Just quickly, Simon, I know we're struck for time. Do it.
Will you die in Willow's way?
Don't worry, everybody. Simon's not having a stroke. He's not having a senior moment. He's actually the second youngest of us. I'm the oldest, as you can see by the old salt and pepper right here. But yeah, Simon's doing a very apt adaptation of Willow, aka Jeff Hardy's alter ego. Brandon, go for it.
Oh man, this was reminiscent to the original tables, ladders, and chairs at the Hardys run. This was so brilliant. Seeing Jeff going up high. Anytime you hear Jeff Hardy in a ladders match, you've gone, there's going to be a big spot. There's going to be a big pop. God, bejeebus. The Hardys know how to tear the house down. The system, yeah. The Great Hand, me. And the other team, I can't even say their name because I think they're that terrible, to be honest. Let's not go into that.
The Righteous.
It was the Righteous, sorry. The Righteous, yeah. They weren't that right, were they? Because they didn't get the W. Not calling them out. Not calling these guys out, I promise. But the Hardys, for man Jeff to climb up the ladder to win and get their 5th tag team title reign in TNA of all time, these guys are doing excellent. They are well past their prime and they are still showing these young guys how to do it. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. 10 10.
So, to the final match of Slammiversary, TNA's second biggest event of the year, was between Mike Santana, the reigning champ, and Nick Nemeth, the former Dolph Ziggler from WWE. What a build to this.
Yeah.
First of all, the build to this was fantastic. Great character work from the two of them. I don't know what's going on with my voice, sorry. Great character work between the two of them and really showing what to do. Like Nick, Dolph, whatever you want to call him, he's one of the best of selling, like making it look great. And shout out to Nick, he has a podcast along with Busted Open Radio with Dave LaGreca and Billy Ray and all those cats. But man, this guy's in his mid-40s at the moment, and wow, he's still incredible. Mike Santana, always been underrated in my opinion, being a former member of the Latin American Exchange. And wow, they really tore the house down, these guys. Quick ranking, I'll give them a good 8 out of 10 for this one. And rightly, in my opinion, which should have happened more when Nick was his old character of Dolph in WWE, should have been given more time as the main title holder, in my opinion. Nick got the dub, rightly so. Yeah. Si.
Yeah, brilliant match. I've followed Dolph Ziggler, aka Nick Nemeth, his career from start. Brilliant competitor. Mike Santana, another brilliant athlete. As Stephen said, former member of the Latin Exchange. And Mike Santana was also in AEW at the time as well when he left TNA. And he went and was a part of the Inner Circle with Jericho's faction. Brilliant build up. I was gutted Mike Santana didn't retain the title, but Nick Nemeth, brilliant competitor. I think his push that he's getting in TNA now is a hell of a lot better from when he was before in the WWE. Because in the WWE he wasn't getting much of a push. So my rating for it, I'm gonna say 8.5, 9.
Yep.
Yeah, for that one.
All right. Brandon, what do you think of the title match?
This title match was absolutely insane. The whole story, these gentlemen put rear ends in seats. They told an absolute story with inside the ring. Simon, I'm going to steal this from you. Santana, what a colour from that gentleman. What of colour, what of blood. But Nick Nemeth, man, he is potentially maybe this generation Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Maybe arguably one of the best in the world out there. It was good to see Nick win. Okay, controversial ending to the match, but I said it's a potential rematch for it. But before I give my rating, I know we're fighting for time here because we've got another pay per view to do. I encourage the fans here to go and watch the latest episode of TNA. I'm not going to spoil her much, but what a name dropping from Nick Nemeth. And that's all. I'm going to leave it at that. This, in my opinion, this is another 10 out of 10. This was solid. This was gold. Phenomenal. We'll say it out there. Phenomenal.
Yeah. So great pay-per-view all in, I think. I think you guys will agree. Next pay-per-view, and gentlemen, I think we really need to ramp up the speed of the answers. Sorry to push, I'll do it myself as well. First match was for the world title, the WWE Undisputed title, between Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Gunther. Cody being the champion. This was a good match. Don't get me wrong. It was a good match. All of them did really, really well. But put the freaking title on Gunther. He's the biggest guy there. He's the most believable. Simon hates it that they call him the
Career
destroyer
killer.
of careers or career killer, whatever that jazz is. But this guy went years and years of NXT undefeated.
Yeah.
He's defeated everybody within WWE. Cody's this generation's Cena / Hogan. That's obvious.
Yeah.
So he's going to get to many titles, such as Hogan, Cena, Orton, whatever, and that's great. And I love Cody. I think Cody's great. But Sami, man, I understand he's been there for a long time, and they're doing the same shtick as they did with Kofi Kingston. Kofi couldn't get people's butts in seats. Sami can't either. Yeah, he's got a cool song and he's got a cool finishing move. But other than that, this guy sucks. And I'm sorry, Sami. If you want to come and kick my ass, go for it, dude. I don't. Without KO Kevin Owens, you're nothing. And I think your title reign is going to be very quick. I think Cody or Gunther or maybe even KO coming back is going to steal your title. And the quicker the better, in my opinion. 7 out of 10. Si?
Yeah, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. Yeah, brilliant, good match. As much as I liked Sami winning the title, he's worked so hard to get a title opportunity. But yeah, as much as I don't like Gunther, they generally should have put the title on him. But obviously, as much as I don't like the guy, but I think there's going to be another feud coming. I think between Gunther and Nick Aldis.
Don't spoil Raw or SmackDown if you watched it.
I've not watched it anyway, so I don't know.
All right, I've watched it. Brandon's watched it, but for people outside, don't spoil it.
I've not watched it, so I don't know. So, but
right,
anyway,
yes,
but yeah, I could see Nick Aldis coming back, putting his wrestling boots on. I think. Yeah, great match. 7. Cool. 7 out of 10 for me.
Brandon.
Again, I watched this all live from beginning to start, and going into this match, I was like, "Yes, Sami's going to win." But the build-up was quite boring. I'm not going to lie; there was no build-up to it at all. And I can't believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have it live right here on YouTube, on Spotify. Simon the Crusher Campbell has admitted that Gunther should have won a match. God damn. 10 out of 10. I give Simon's rating of that 10 out of 10. But watching the match, it was quite a good match. It was quite a good, they told the story in the ring. But I'm not going to lie to you. When Sammy got the roll up, I thought it was a botched finish. I think a lot of people out there in the wrestling community thought it was a botched finish. If you haven't watched Night of Champions, I extremely recommend you go and watch it and watch the backstage segment afterwards. I'm not going to ruin it, but we've all seen the backstage segment with Gunther. But yeah, man, like you were saying, Cody Rhodes is going to come back. He's going to take the title, or Kevin Owens is going to come back and stunner a hell at Sami Zayn. But yeah, I'm going to give it a solid 6 out of 10, man. Not the best match of the night, in my opinion. Not the best.
Yeah. So the next night of the evening, I think. Well, I'm just going on my list. I'm not gonna. I don't know if it's 100% verbatim the running, but it's what I've got. It's what I've got on my list, gents. And I'm gonna go for Simon's favorite. It's Tiffy time.
What time is it?
It's Tiffy time. And let's be honest, yeah, this girl's one hell of a performer. She was against Jade Cargill. Jade, one hell of a physique. She's very athletic, but she can't wrestle.
Nope.
Let's be honest, she can't wrestle. She had a good match between her and Charlotte Flair not too long ago. One other match with Tiffy, and I think there was one with Alexa Bliss, which was an impromptu match on Raw or SmackDown. I can't remember. But every time that she's been in a match, and Jade, please don't come kick my ass, because honestly, generally, I'm scared of you because your physique's that awesome for a woman. But my God, she's so much like Goldberg. It's boring.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, she's the big, strong person, but you can't wrestle. And she's getting shown up so many times, and I think it's kind of unfair to her. Like they make out that she's better than she is, and she's not.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jade. Like, if you see this, then fair enough. Like, but I'm just being honest. And Tiffy rightfully got the win. She's one hell of a competitor, in my opinion. A younger version. She reminds me a lot of Charlotte Flair.
Yeah.
Woo! And yeah, so I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, and I think that's generous.
Yeah, sure.
But Tiffy time, whatever you want to call her, Simon's favorite. Probably everybody under the age of 18's crush at the moment, maybe 18 above, I don't know. But yeah, the only reason I'm giving it a 6 because she was in it, and she kind of held the match together.
Yeah.
Si.
I mean, personally, yeah, I agree with you, Steve. Jade, if you're hearing this, I'm sorry. Please don't kick my ass as well. But yeah, you seriously cannot wrestle. You just basically just make yourself look bad, to be honest. Yeah,
She can't wrestle.
You're big.
Be careful. Say she, not he. She.
Sorry.
I thought you said he. Sorry, Kat.
Sorry, that was sorry. Yeah, she can't wrestle. I think WWE is, I think possibly screwing her over, to be honest. Tiffany, yeah, as the boys have alliterated a few times. Tiffany, one of my favorites. I'm glad she retained the title. But yeah. I'm going to say 7 out of 10.
All right, fair enough. A little bit biased on Tiffany Stratton there, I think.
Yeah,
obviously.
Tiffany, if you're out there, Simon would like a signed T-shirt.
Yes, please.
Brandon, let's go to you, dude.
I thought it was an okay match. Again, not taking it away from Tiffany Stratton. She is still early in her career. She has still got a long way to go in this business. She is a hell of an athlete. I'm not going to lie, but Jade Cargill, I'm sorry to say this, and I'm going to put the elephant out there in the room. Anytime I watch Jade Cargill wrestle now, I'm worried that wig of hair is going to fall on the floor. I'm sorry.
I was trying to avoid saying that, to be honest.
Well,
Jade. It's not her fault.
Someone's got to be controversial.
I'm defending Jade here. Like nobody was meant to know she was bald, right? But this poor woman has got so much smoke online because her wig fell off on one of the shows. That's such a shame. Yeah, Brad.
It's a shame. I'm sorry to be the elephant in the room, but I'm not going to say my next thing. I'll say it off camera because I don't want a settled. You know what? I'm just going to say it. You know what? Shoot me down now. And Will Smith's going to come through my door and slap my teeth out of my throat, but she looks like Will Smith's wife when the hair came off.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Don't.
But in my opinion, the match was a 4 out of 10. So, yeah, moving on.
Will Smith, don't do it, Kevin Hart. He was joking. And actually, Jada, actually, yeah. Anyway, let's go on to the next match on my list, gents. And we have Mr. Whoop That, Trick Williams, is Ricky Saint. That stuff he does. Ricky, yeah, too early for him to leave NXT in my opinion. And that was Brandon's impression of the Thinking Man by one of the Italian artists. But sorry. Mr. Whoop That, Mr. Trick Williams with his lemon pepper steppers. He comes out. He does his thing. Come on. We knew this was going to happen. Good match for the two. Don't get me wrong, but this guy, he's got no glass ceiling. In my opinion, he looks great. He's in fantastic physical shape. He's got one hell of an entrance. The crowd love him. Every time the first beat of his song comes out, they go unglued. And yeah, within a year, 2 years, main title, Trick Williams, in my opinion. Yeah. He won the match without saying. Ricky's great, but I think it was too early for him to come up from NXT. But I think he is really good. Don't get me wrong. But whoop that trick. Whoop that trick. Got the dub and was the right call, in my opinion. Sai.
Brilliant match. I actually really enjoyed it, to be honest. I mean, it was a really good build up over the months or weeks, and I think the thing what really topped it off for me was when Lil Yachty did the people's elbow on Ricky Saints.
Oh yeah, I forgot
that. That was class.
And I'm like, that had to top it off for me. Trick William, yep, those lemon pepper steppers. Wasn't a big fan, as you boys know.
Mm-hmm.
But he has impressed me quite a bit, to be honest. As being champion. Yeah, so rating wise, I'm going to give it 9.
Oh, nice. Trick Williams.
No.
I'll take a t-shirt. he gave you the props, but I'll take the t-shirt. Brandon, what did you think, dude?
You know what? Trick Williams is taking this US title, and you know what? There's a glass ceiling and there's brass rings. He's grabbing those brass rings and he's smashing that glass ceiling.
Yeah.
Ricky Saint is a good friend of Cody Rhodes outside of the business. Cody's definitely pulled some strings to get Ricky Saints up. I'm taking nothing away from him, though. He is a good wrestler. He's a good competitor. I just think maybe too early for a title match, to be honest. But Trick Williams whooped that trick and he whooped his backside. Boys, Trick Williams is going places.
Yeah.
He is going to heights. He is going to be Mr. Money in the Bank some point in the future. Potential Hall of Famer. He has already, I would say, in my opinion, had a Hall of Fame career. A lot more to come from this young man. I'm going to give the match 8 out of 10, and I'll take a Trick Williams and a Ricky Saints signed t-shirt. Thank you very much.
Well, if you want to send me an album, man, yeah, okay.
Steve will take a US title signed.
Yeah, cool, yeah. I'm just so you know, later, in further episodes, on my background, I'm gonna have some titles up there. I've ordered some, and I'm gonna buy some more. So, gonna make this look a wee bit more pro. Obviously, we're not pro, and we're everyman, but yeah, we're gonna bring the aesthetic. So my match of the night is Seth freaking Rollins, and in my opinion,
Burn it down.
Thank you, Simon.
Sorry.
No, thank you. That was cool. That was cool. I liked it. But in my opinion, and I'm not doing Steiner math here, I am gonna say Trick Williams' opponent for the World Heavyweight Championship in at least 2 to 3 years' time. He's got the dog in him. Bronson Reed. But change his name to Steiner. It makes sense. Sorry. Off topic. Braun is a Steiner. Blah, blah, blah. If you know the Steiners, cut it short. But they had this match in the cage. Color all over the place. I really thought Braun was going over.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit of chicanery there, obviously, because division and all that stuff, and the backstory between Seth being the originator of the visionary, pardon the pun. But yeah, wow, they've really shown that Braun is ready for that next level.
Yeah.
He's doing the same as Trick. He's grabbing that brass ring. He's shooting for that glass ceiling. And yeah, Seth does what he does. He is, in my opinion, a more athletic version of Triple H.
Oh, 100%.
He's so cerebral. He really has those monikers: the Visionary, the Revolutionary. He is Seth freaking Rollins. So much like Hunter. He was the game. He was the cerebral assassin.
Yeah.
But he's more athletic. And he's getting up there in the ages of wrestlers. Like you look at, like, your prime is between your mid-30s and the end of your 40s. He's getting to his 40s now. He's in the middle of his prime. But yeah, in my opinion, best work of his career, and soon enough he's going back for the world title. And yeah, Seth got the dub with an amazing stomp from the top rope. Jesus, talk about a super stomp! Woohoo!
I mean, to be fair, out of all the stomps that Seth's done in his career, but that by far that was the best stomp.
He really put the asterisk on there, didn't he? He really put some stank on it, and he got him for the 1, 2, 3.
Shout out Seth Rollins.
Oh, sorry. I did say before that the singing portion of the evening was Mr. Campbell. But
Yeah,
that
but
was the
It's Seth freaking Rollins, though. Come on,
yeah.
baby.
Come on, Seth. In my opinion, one of the best in the business.
Yeah.
Brandon, let's go for you.
This match, I am sorry, this had to be the most easiest, most brutalest matches in the whole entire night. Rollins' entrance alone was absolutely brilliant, but to come down to the ring, flip the side of the ring up and go, I'll take two of you, I'll take two of you, I'll take two
Yeah.
chairs, I'll take two tables, I'm just sat here like, this is going to be a bloodbath. This is going to be mad. And then Braun Breaker, I agree with Steve. He should be a Steiner match. You know what I mean? Quick match. But
Yeah.
Steiner comes out, fucking Breaker. You know what I mean? Breaker comes out, does the exact same, and Seth sitting on the freaking chair with the chair back to front, just staring a hole through Braun Breaker. I'm sorry, but that was a picture in its own right. But I was watching this live, and Braun's eye, like holy Kentucky mushrooms, like jeez, that was a lot of color. That was insane. And
Yeah.
that super stop, that Braun's clearly peed off the wrong guy. And all I'm going to say is, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I mean,
Whoa.
to be honest,
Whoa.
And
Yeah.
Seth burned it freaking down. In my opinion, 10
yeah,
out of 10. And now he can put the vision finally behind him.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I forgot. 10 out of 10. 10,
10,
10,
10.
10, 10, 10, 10. All the 10s. This was class. This should have been WrestleMania.
Yeah.
In my
Oh,
opinion.
100%.
But maybe they'll bring it back. Maybe they'll run it back at some point.
I mean,
Sorry, go for it. Let's go, baby.
I mean, to be honest, there is one thing we've all forgot to mention about that match was when Seth Rollins superplexed Braun Breaker from the top of the hell in the steel cage through the table.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
I literally, as soon as I saw that, I literally jumped up. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Did he hear the "Please Don't Die" chants?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. And the thing was, is they left it all in the ring. I mean, there was not one single screw up in that entire match.
Oh, the amount of near falls as well. Sorry, cut in.
Oh.
The match is going back in my head now. Sorry, but yeah, go for it.
But
if I could play,
I'm gonna say match of the match of the night for Night of Champions. It was that match. It was brutal. It was set like Brendan said. I'm going to take 2 steel chairs. I'm going to take 2 candlesticks. I'm going to take 2 tables.
So it's a 10-10-10 from you?
I'm breaking the scale on that one, to be honest. I'm giving it 100.
All right, okay. Yeah.
Oh, quickly, Steve, I want to buy quickly. I cannot play because we would get banned. We would get banned if I could play the voice notes from our Mr. Campbell. I will not play them, but oh my God, those voice notes are comparable to WrestleMania voice notes. He was going insane, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we have a candidate for match of the year.
100%.
Maybe we could put in Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay at the start of the year. And to allude, actually, I won't say about it later. I'll leave it until the end of the show. But I'm going to go for the next match. And this one was, first of all, the right call. Hunter, Triple H, thanks for listening to the fans. For this, the emote, Io freaking Sky, the genius of the Sky against Liv Morgan for the Queen of the Ring tournament final. Yeah. For the right to join a champion at SummerSlam. Queen of the Ring. Yeah. Just get into it. But this thing starts off with Danhausen. And he comes out and he's in the middle of Liv's entrance. And she says, "You owe us money, you do this, you blah, blah, blah. You're a horrible person." Paraphrasing, obviously that wasn't the right thing. But you get the gist. And Danhausen goes, "Well, do you know what? You are cursed." So, what happens when someone gets cursed by Danhausen? Liv.
They lose.
One hell of a thank you, Sai. One hell of a competitor. Let's be honest. Liv is awesome. She's got a great loop. She reminds me so much of Margot Robbie's as Harley Quinn, and she leans into it. Great, brilliant. She's great within the Judgment Day, but she's the best thing about the Judgment Day because the Judgment Day sucks. But
Very much.
maybe Roxanne. Okay, but
Roxanne.
oh, don't get us copyright for music. But but yeah, Liv, she's the best thing about the Judgment Day, and she's the ladies' world champion for a reason. Let's be honest, she's good. But Io, she's the best in the world for a woman at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in Japan, not just in America, not UK, whatever, Saudi, whatever which they're putting WWE WrestleMania next year, which I think is a complete mistake. Saudi money, but
Give me money.
her relationship, her getting bring up by Rhea Ripley, who's the other world champion at the moment, bringing her up to be that next level. Io Sky, the Daredevil, the genius of the Sky. She doesn't have a bad match. She is the women's version of AJ Styles, Shawn Michaels. Put the name in here. Insert name. Do it. There is only one freaking Io Sky. Give her the title. She won it. Give her the bloody title. This match was awesome between these two girls. The chicanery, obviously, with the Judgment Day, all that stuff. Love it. You've got to love it. The pantomime versions of themselves. But Paul, Hunter, Triple H Levesque, dude, thank you for listening to us. You gave us Io Sky. She won. Thank you. I'm giving this a solid 100% without doubt. 10 out of 10. Brandon.
And then Brandon brings the level down to I'm going to be the one to be like, nope. It was the right call. It was the right call. It was the Liv should have won the match. It would be a good push, personally, for Liv. It would have been good, man. It would have been Liv Morgan 2 belts. We've been reminiscent to Becky 2 belts. I am going to be controversial here, but I cannot take nothing away from Io Sky. That whole entire match, 90% of the match, she worked injured. Danhausen's segment at the beginning was brilliant. Cursing Liv Morgan. I was saying this to Simon on the day of the event watching it. I was like, Io's going to win. Liv versus Io Sky for the Women's World Championship at SummerSlam. And in my opinion, gentlemen, I think this is going to main event night one. I think this will be the main event of SummerSlam night one.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm a big Liv Morgan fan. Okay, people, listeners on the podcast are going to be like, oh, Brandon, Jesus, come on, she cannot wrestle. She only can do this and that in Oblivion. Like, oh, I get it. I think Liv's a good wrestler. I'm sorry. She's your mom's favourite wrestler. She's your dad's favourite wrestler. She's your brother's favourite wrestler. Just to steal a wee bit of mass there. But Io Sky, hell of a performer. She did absolutely brilliant in the match. I can't take nothing away from fucking... Io won, and it was a good win. It was good to see Io Sky win, even with a burst knee. But, like we were saying, if you're cursed by Danhausen, there is nothing saving you but human monies. I'm going to give the match a 10 out of 10. And you know what? I hope this is true. I hope Danhausen does. I hope he curses all of the Judgment Day because you are cursed. 10-10. 10-10. Cursed.
Yeah.
Human monies.
Bring it.
I'm going to...
Simon, where's my human monies?
I'm going to say is I'm same as Brandon. You boys know I'm a massive Liv fan. So I personally think she should have won it personally myself, but Io Sky, brilliant athlete. It's good to see that she's got the push, being by herself now. Yeah, you can't not beat that. But yeah, I think for me, best match as well. I'm gonna say 10 out of 10 overall.
Sorry, Simon, your picture's really frozen. You've just like frozen into like.
To be fair, so are you two boys. You
We can hear
frozen
we
as
can
well.
hear you. So we won't know until the playback later on. But yeah, you're
It's
frozen the
fine.
pipe. But it's fine. Thanks, I.
Oh, he's on the move.
Oh, he's back. But gentlemen, the last match on my list, it's not in order, so don't shoot us in the comments. But again, they got it right.
100%.
Stop pushing the wrong people. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. TKO. Go away. But thank you again, Paul Levesque, Bruce Pritchard, Michael P.S. Hayes. You've got freaking Paul Heyman. Thank you so much for listening to everybody. All the fans love it, the same as with EO. The fan reception when these people come out. When that music hits and the ruler Obafemi comes out and he hits that iconic strut. Let's be honest, this guy has only just come to the main roster. But holy crap, this guy has got some aura.
Yeah.
Gentlemen,
Over.
this guy destroyed Brock Lesnar and then got his butt handed to him by Brock Lesnar. In their next match, he's probably going to destroy Brock Lesnar. Spoiler alert, I'm doing the whole Paul Heyman thing.
Mhm.
But, Jay, first of all, stop putting Jay in the title picture. All he's got is the yeet. Yeah, he's in the bloodline. Yeah, he's Roman's favorite. Yeah, he's one of the Usos. He's a tag team wrestler. He needs his brother. He's not good enough to be on his own. By the time he's done his yeet entrance, when he's done a billion yeets from the top, and he comes down and then he runs it back and then he does 50 more, he's spent before the bell.
Yeah, 100%.
Stop doing that. Oba kicked his ass. And rightly so. He squashed him. It wasn't a squash. It went maybe 6, 7, 8 minutes. But Jay got some super kicks in there and what have you. But we all knew it was going to happen. We knew Oba was going to win.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Best call. This guy is going to win the world title at some point, sooner rather than later. And deservedly so, because his reaction, his work, his believability that he's a genuine freaking badass. Wow. Obafemi for world title by the end of the year. And deservedly so in my opinion. If it was Jay and someone else in the final, I don't think I would have watched it.
No, 100%.
Oba's presence, his aura, undeniable. So, with that being said, my reaction, my 7 out of 10. But the right person won. Si, go for it.
100%. Yeah. Thank you, Triple H, for listening to the fans. I mean, I've watched a lot of Jey Uso's entrances, and you're right there, Steve. He is he's spent by the time he gets down to the ring. His cardio's not up to scratch. And I think, stop pushing Jay. Stop putting him in a world title picture. Yeah, okay, yeah, he won it once. But that reign didn't last long. We all knew it wasn't going to last long, to be honest.
But you shouldn't have won it in the first place.
Well, yeah, exactly. But Obafemi, I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm like, Oba, 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 and I'm like, thank God Oba won it. I can see he's a future Hall of Famer. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
100% a
Totally,
future
100%.
Hall of Famer. And
He smashed it since he's come in the door.
yeah, I mean, he's not that. He's not obviously. I don't want to be a spoiler or anything, but they're obviously going to run it back with Oba and Brock at SummerSlam. But yeah, Oba, he's a future Hall of Famer. I'm going to say it's a tough one, only because of Obafemi. I'm going to give it 10 out of 10. Only, but if it was Jay versus say whoever, yeah, I'm assuming I wouldn't have watched it, to be honest.
Fair dues. Sorry, great comments as always. Love it, man. Love the energy, by the way, dude.
Oba, Oba.
And I loved it how he went full still game and you went, Jesus.
That was brilliant. Classic.
Anyway. Sorry. Dudes, let's get to the end here.
Yeah.
Brandon, final thoughts for all
Final
this match.
thoughts.
Final thoughts of the match, sorry.
This was a very good match. Lots of super kicks. WB is finalist and TKO. Just go and fudge away, man. Just go away. Just go away. Jey Uso, I'm sorry, says, and I'm sorry to do this to you right at the end here. If you won, every man would have came to Saudi Arabia with a super kicked your teeth down your throats. The final lesson to the fans, Oba is going to be world champion at some point down the line. He might even go and squash Sammy. Who knows? But there's a lot going to be happening for Obafemi, and I'm sorry. Obafemi music hits, the crowd erupt. Like when they were live in the UK, when he really struck down the ring, the lighting for it was right up the arena. Obafemi carried Jey Uso as any match does. Obafemi won. The better man won. And yeah, man, you know what? I hope these two never have to wrestle again. Obafemi, world champion. TKO, do not screw this up. Jey Uso, go back to be a tag team wrestler. Obafemi, go and conquer. Be the ruler. And you know what? Go and destroy the tribal chief. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. No yeet.
Awesome. Right, guys. Let's start wrapping this thing up. I wasn't doing a J run it back. I was doing a wrap up.
And you did the opposite.
So, Sai, say see you later to the people.
Good night. God bless everybody, wherever you're watching from.
Brando.
Ladies and gentlemen, everyone watching at home, thank you for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. I know this has been a long slog. It's been one hell of a fun episode, in my opinion. We have maybe sworn once. That was my point. That was my fault. But anyway, it doesn't matter. We've had so much fun doing this. I know it's been lengthy because we did 2 pay-per-views at once. If you made it to the end, thank you so much. For all the support, as always, thank you so much to everybody. Just on a quick side note, in a few weeks' time, we're going to be back. But at the moment, we're going to take some time off. Just to recharge, come up with some new ideas for the pod. We know you love if you watch it, we hope you love it. If you don't, we hope you still watch it. But we love doing this, and we're gonna come up with some new ideas. We're gonna come back, recharge. Gonna take a wee bit of time off, but we will be back. We will be back, and when in that we will be Everyman's Wrestling Podcast. There will not be a final bell on us just yet, and there won't be a final bell on us in a very long time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been Brandon McLaren, we have been Simon Campbell, and we have been the Island Chief, Stephen Daly, and collectively, we have been Everyman's Wrestling Podcast, and we will see you very soon. Thank you very much for joining us. As always, like, subscribe, follow,